Hey, how are you? Harrison Barron from Growth Generators. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about your sales funnel when it comes to your IT and MSP business. So, if you haven't already, please watch the first video in this little series where the most important thing is actually knowing what kind of customer you are looking for, right? I know that MSPs and IT companies have a really difficult time with just finding what kind of customer they want to deal with. If it's manufacturing, if it's finance, maybe it's healthcare, there's a whole variety of different verticals, but ultimately, you have to narrow down what vertical you're really going to be going after. Now, the second thing is once you've dialed that in, right, that is the most important thing. You have to know who you want to go after. And like I said in the first video, you're going to get other clients in those areas, right? You have your little pocket, and then other people are going to talk and, hey, you got to check out this guy, right? And you're going to get more and more clients in those other areas that you weren't specifically targeting. But this is the second part. The second part is actually building out your funnels, right? This is where a lot of MSPs and IT companies really fall short when it comes to building their company. And this is a massive, massive problem because just because you have a great person that you want to attack, right? You put the marketing effort towards that one ideal prospect doesn't mean you're done, right? So if you've already watched some of these videos, you'll know that you need a marketing funnel. You need your customer to come in from the top, right, as a visitor or from an ad, download a worksheet or some kind of giveaway, and then from there they go through a series of emails, funnels, and then ultimately, or maybe they go right to a sales page and schedule a call with you. This is what a funnel is, right? It starts out big and then narrows its way all the way down, and then at the bottom there are dollar signs there for your business. But a lot of companies don't do this right or don't do this at all. So the first step is identifying who you want to go after, finding that ideal prospect. Manufacturing companies, healthcare, whatever it might be, go figure out what that is for your business. That is the most important thing. The second important thing is now that you have an idea of who you want to go after, all of your content is going to be geared towards this one person. Don't think about anything else. Don't think about who might want this or who might want this. Everything that you're going to do going forward is going to be geared towards that one buyer persona. And this is essentially your new marketing strategy. So a lot of people, when they go through this, they're like, well, you know what? What about this? Or what about this? No. Paint the picture of your ideal person. Then, once you have that idea of who your ideal person is, think about what they would want or find the most valuable. And this is what a lot of people struggle with after they figured out who they want to attack, right? Is it a checklist? Is it a health report? Maybe it's a free downloadable health report, or maybe it's a quick call and they get to have a health scan on their company, right? There are so many different freebies that you can give away, right? Maybe it's free ESET or an antivirus system. Whatever it might be for your business, you need to go and start working in those areas. Now, once you figure out a great giveaway, I mean the best giveaway, a juicy steak to a hungry dog, that's what you have to think about. Once you figure that out, you want to start building landing pages, right? Where are they going to come in from? Is it organic or is it paid, right? Is it a blog post, a YouTube channel, or is it a paid post from Facebook or Google Ads, right? They're going to come in through the top, and the first thing is they're going to go get that checklist. Your landing page should be so dialed in. I mean, it has to be razor sharp, excellent copy written on there, the whole nine through it, well designed. It represents the company in a good light, probably some testimonials in there as well. And then from there, you have your next step down, which is your series of emails that they're probably going to be getting, or they should be getting, once they opt in to download that checklist workbook, DIY, whatever it might be. You need to go figure out what that is to that customer. Then you can go through and go give them a series of 5 to 8 emails. And those emails are going to talk about the benefits, why they might want to work with you, massive value, potentially case studies that you've already done with your existing clients, or maybe just really value-driven emails. Once they go through that, or they submit their information, they get that download, they should be brought to a sales page or a contact page where there's a series of questions or just a, hey, fill out a little question, or here's a little link to my calendar, schedule a little call, and they could jump on the phone with you for 30 minutes and talk about their problems, right? Because they were interested for some reason. Whatever that reason is, that's your job on that call to figure out. The emails are just there to just kind of flick them on the ear and let them know, hey, you're still there helping them. But they would have to check their email because that's where the giveaway is going to be, whether it's a workbook or checklist, right? So once you have all of this done and they start to go through those emails, you should then be producing an email towards your ideal target each and every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. If there's things changing in that industry, hopefully you're an industry expert. If there was an attack, if there is a new piece of content that you produce that they might find value in, all of these different areas go into building trust with that client. Now, over the course of 30, 60, 90 days of doing this, you might get 1,000 people into your landing page, right? Out of that 1,000 people, let's just say 10% convert, which is a good number. It's a respectable number. Ideally, you probably want it closer to 20%, especially if you're running ads to it, but that's okay. 10% is a great number. So you start out with 1,000 people, now you're at 100 people. Now your goal out of that 100 people is to get between 1 and 10 new clients out of it. You might be thinking, Harrison, that seems like either a really low number or a really high number. I'm not sure exactly what number you're thinking, but either way, that is a respectable amount. So 1,000 people will turn into one customer. Now you might be thinking, Harrison, that seems ridiculous. Why would I only want one customer out of 1,000 people? Because to get those 1,000 people might cost you $1,000. And that's probably a lot of money to a lot of people. But here's the thing, that one customer towards your ideal market is willing to spend probably thousands of dollars per month on your business. And that's on the very low end when I say 1% of customers out of that 1,000 people that visited that landing page. If you have everything dialed in, the best, or I shouldn't say the best, the middle of the road numbers I've seen is 1,000 people to your landing page, a 20% conversion rate. So now you have 200 people and a 5% conversion rate outside of that have booked calls. Keep in mind, that is booked calls. It is up to your salespeople to then close them. So you have 200 people, right, that you have their information. Now you have 5% of that, which is about 10 booked calls. Those booked calls should be highly targeted prospects. And heck, if your salesperson is good, they're closing 50% of them. They're closing 5 of them. If they're excellent and they have it dialed into the T, you're probably closing about eight of them. I've never seen anybody get 10 out of 10. And if you have a not so great salesperson or something was wrong with your marketing, you might get 2 or 3 new clients out of it. And that is the process you should go through. So you want to have all of your marketing dialed in, you want to have your buyer persona dialed in, you want to have your ads or whatever content you're making dialed in. From there, they go to a landing page. You want to try to get 20%. If you can't, 10% is totally cool too. 10%, they're going to get a bunch of emails afterwards. And keep in mind, this is just out of that first 1,000 people. These people are going to buy sometimes 30, 60, 90 days later. Keep that in mind. That's really, really important. Now, from there, you can then go and have that person set up a meeting. They're going to set up, hopefully, 10 meetings, right? And out of those 10 meetings, your salesperson should, even on the low side of things, close 50%. That's 5 new customers out of that. So as you can see, if you manipulate the numbers a little bit, you could really have a massive success. And when I say manipulate, I mean improve the conversion rates and improve your sales closing ratio. And this is going to massively impact your business. So maybe it is $1,000 to get 1,000 people to your website, but what IT company, an MSP, wouldn't pay $1,000 to potentially get 5 brand new customers in your ideal market? That is the key to it. So that's the whole structure. Everybody is going to be on a different platform, whether it's WordPress, Joomla, Squarespace, Wix. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But if you're already working with a marketing company and you're not getting the results that you want to see, go show them this video. If you don't have a marketing company yet, you need one, please drop a comment down below or go check us out online, growth-generators.com. We are happy to help you. This is the exact process and system that we put in place that helps MSPs and IT companies explode online. So that's it. That's the whole process, right? You want to dial it in. You want to know who you're going after, and then every bit of content after that is going to be focused on that area. And this is the first step. You want to make 4 or 5 different funnels, and then you're going to pick out which one is the best, which one's performing the best, and then ultimately the cream is going to rise to the top, and you should be closing realistically. You're probably going to get 20 to 25% of conversions. So you have 1,000, then you're up with 250 people. And out of that 250 people that are going to go through, you might get a 10 to 15 or maybe even a 20% conversion rate out of those people, or at least to get a phone call. After the phone call, I can't help you anymore. I could help you on sales a little bit, but I could just get that person to pick up the phone and put in the information to schedule a call with you guys. So I hope this video helps. I hope you guys found value in it. If you guys did, please leave a comment down below. If you are excited to grow your MSP or IT company, please leave that comment down below. It helps tremendously. And if you want us to grow us as a channel, I would really appreciate it. Hit that like button. I probably added a ton of value, or I'm hoping I added a ton of value. Subscribe button, notification bell. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later.